Welcome to episode 3 of the Dragon Ball Fan Podcast.
Here goes!
I need a woman, someone would drive beyond the toys. My mind like yoga, multiple voices trying to control.
Thanks for joining us on The Lookout. Today, you're joined by myself, Mike, but you can call me Kaiser. And, of course, the Twitch streaming, Vegeta preaching. It's Skylances, everybody. Sky for sure. How we doing, buddy?
I never want to be stronger than Kakarot, you know?
Now, audiences, I understand you think he's been practicing this impression for years,
It's
right?
terrible. It's so bad.
No, he was like saying how he's like, all of a sudden, I didn't care if I was stronger than Kakarot. I didn't care about anything. And that's when it happened. I became a Super Saiyan.
Oh,
That's actually not bad.
Man.
Maybe that one.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a smoker's throat.
We'll see
right
what the
there.
viewers say about that, though. Because if they
100%.
rip us, we know it's.
Yeah, I think we're getting hired for the next Kai. Now, everyone, I want you to know we're having some goofy conversations. You can join in on those goofy conversations over on the Discord. Josh has put together one heck of a meaty platform over there. That sounds really strange to say, but we're keeping.
I'm sure there's no not safe for work content.
Is there any meat?
Our...
Is there any meat involved?
No.
Okay,
No,
so
unless-
confirmed.
We could have a food channel, though. That'd be pretty.
We could add it. I was gonna say a meat channel. No, a food channel. Maybe a food channel.
No. Adding that. Yeah, we'll add some food that may have some.
There might be meat involved.
Yeah.
So you go ahead, check out that Discord. It'll be linked wherever there's a description. Last thing to point out, if you are listening, there's a video. If you're watching, there's an audio version. So go ahead, check that out again. They'll be in the description. But Josh, the topic of the day is
Top 3 overrated characters in the Dragon Ball verse. The Dragon Ball verse, yeah.
man. Oh
And
man.
this one, I think I have one. I don't know if you're actually gonna say
I
this
think.
person is overrated.
Okay, genuinely looking at your list, right? Do you think I'm gonna have any of the ones you have?
It's weird because I feel like the one I'm gonna say is the one most people would be shocked about,
Okay.
but at the same time, if you really look at it, people would be like, "Oh, I see, I get it."
Okay. So why don't you kick us off? Let's see what you got to say here.
All right. So first and foremost, I said this in the last episode. If you guys haven't watched, by the way, you should before coming here. It was the top 3 underrated characters of the Dragon Ball verse. But on that one, I said I did most of my rankings off power scaling. For this one, I have 2 of them like that, but the one I'm going to mention now is mostly character. And I've got Master Roshi.
Oh!
I've got Master Roshi as an overrated character, and the reason why I think he's overrated is his excess of pervy
Yes.
weirdness
Yes.
that he has in the show. And I feel like when we eventually go back to Dragon Ball, I think I remember some moments where it would not. This is exactly why it will never be. It will never come back in terms of like remaster. There will never be a Dragon Ball Kai.
No.
Specifically because of Roshi. I think there was one time where Roshi was like trying to go see Launch in bed, and Goku is there. And then he opens, like he takes off the blanket, and she's like the blonde Launch.
Yeah.
He
So
starts
she's the mad one.
freaking out.
Yeah.
So she starts. So he's like poking Goku to like get the fuck out of here
Oh,
now.
yeah.
You need to get out of here. She wakes up and starts like shooting them.
Oh
and
my
then Goku,
gosh.
like punches her or like kicks her in the face or something.
Oh man.
And then he's like trying to like poke her, you know what? And I'm thinking to myself, what are we doing here? Like,
See,
what is this? Like, this is the thing. Is growing up, you're probably like, oh, this is just like funny and stuff, and then you like get older, you're like, how did this get through? Like how is this going through?
We are adding a topic to our timeline, and it's going to be top 3 cringiest characters in the show.
Oh, Roshi has to be up there.
He is in it. We don't need top 5.
It sucks though because Roshi has some good qualities.
100%.
Like he does. He's a great teacher, right? He is sometimes really like sometimes like his pervy stuff can get by, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, when he's watching like the yoga classes and stuff, like fine, like whatever.
That's
But when he
passable. Yeah.
that's passable. But like when it gets to like the physical stuff, like the Bulma stuff when she was like how old? Like crazy.
She was 16.
You know, stuff like she was like 16 in like most of Dragon Ball, right? I think only by like the end she was like 21, 23-ish. And then Namek Saga she was like in her mid 20s or something, but yeah, I think that's my biggest issue with Roshi is he has a lot of great qualities, but then his shitty quality is really bad.
It's really bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Now in Super, they did a great job of redeeming that side of him, or at least like I don't know about cutting out that side of him, but probably going to be a lot better going forward. I think the writers' room probably recognized that if they want to keep writing content where he's in it, he's got to be a bit
toned down,
a bit more toned down. Yeah. So that's a good one. I like how you preface by saying it was mainly character personality thing.
Yeah.
I really, really like that.
Most people wouldn't have Roshi here because a lot of people also don't like his pervy stuff, but they like a lot of his other stuff anyway. Like when it's on the screen, people are just like, all right, let's just get back on my phone, or let's just like do something else, like, or let's just like skip ahead. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But when it gets like out of hand, like if he was doing like the Bulma stuff, and I don't mean like the sleeping shit with like Launch, that's always weird no matter what.
Yeah.
But in terms of like just being a perv with someone of age, Bulma, that would just come across as like, okay, he's just a pervy character. Some of it may be funny, some of it may be cringy, fine.
But you can't do the 18 thing. You can't do the 18 thing.
Oh, that 18 thing was crazy.
Yeah. That was nuts.
That's
I'm glad
crazy.
she like smacked him hard, but I'd rather just not have that happen.
I know every man's dreams with consent is to be with 18, of course. But the way Roshi goes about it is crazy to me.
Roshi,
so that's why he's on my list. Some parts of his personality is cringe.
Over the top. Yeah.
And over the top.
Yeah. I went in a similar direction. Definitely not based on power. I have Toppo on here.
Okay.
I hate Toppo. I just want to make that very clear. He is one of the bodies in the car. Let me just say that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch episodes 1 and 2. He is rough for me. Like, I just don't care about him. I don't like his character design. I feel like he really only serves as an opportunity for Goku and Vegeta to progress in the story.
He's a hype tool.
He's a hype tool for sure. The fact that he goes, literally turns into a god of destruction, and he still loses the fight to not even Ego, to Evo Vegeta. That tells me he's so overrated. Like, that's an overrated statement right there, right? It's like, we brought a god of destruction. Okay, well, like,
and then
you should not lose.
That dialogue where it's like, oh, was this the god of destruction that is stronger than Belmod, the god of destruction of Universe 11 or whatever? And it's like, no, that was Jiren the whole time, bro. Stop this. Toppo is not close to a god of destruction in power. He just isn't. He was supposed to be like the next upcoming. Bro, come on now. Come on now. Final explosion. He's a fraud.
He's a fraud. He's definitely a fraud. And I just don't resonate with him at all as a character. So that's why I have him here. Who's your next pick?
I got Future Trunks.
What? Oh, that's... I hate that's fair.
I've got Future Trunks. Okay, so before everyone gets their pitchforks out, I am not referring to Dragon Ball Z Future Trunks. I am referring to Super.
What?
Yes, I think
that's
Super.
The wrong one. What are you talking about?
No.
Okay. Nope. Okay.
We're gonna put on the screen here. Mike, don't forget to do this.
Okay.
Future Trunks and Super. Okay. Future Trunks and Super. That's what he looks like. Really. He looks terrible. He looks awful. Okay. Design wise, he looks like he hasn't worked out in what, like 30 years, and he's not even 30. Him getting this like BS like scaling, don't get me wrong, a lot of Super has like this BS, oh you're this, you're that,
yeah,
right? But how is he, like, there was a point where like Goku and Vegeta are on the ground and then he's like being able to like fend off Zamasu or something. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, how? But how is this? And I think a lot of people like Future Trunks, like when people say Future Trunks is their favorite character, they are most of the time referring to Z. So I think he's just extremely overrated, but in Super, because I actually like Future Trunks in Z. He's not my top 3 in Z, but I really liked him in Z, especially character design looked great. His character design looked so different in Super to me. There are cool moments, I feel like Future Trunks does have.
I think he earned it. Like, he earned respect in Super, but definitely like coming in and the way he looked and whatever, and it was like, like, is this just gonna be like a tool for the show, whatever?
Yeah.
But I do think he really redeemed himself in that show. But yeah, I know what you mean. He is an overrated character, and I'd say especially in Z, to be honest, because first thing he does is he kills the biggest villain we know at the time, right? He kills Frieza, and it's not even close. Badass scene, by the way, everyone.
Yeah.
And so for that to be followed up by his, lackluster performance against Cell, and overall, like, he was such a B character. And so I agree with you, and I don't have that on my list, but if I were to throw on another honorable mention, I would say, yeah, I agree with you, but actually I'd say Z. I think he's overrated. My next one is Gohan, which is hard to say.
Yep, I saw this coming. Yeah, unfortunately. My second favorite character.
Yeah, we love Gohan here at the Dragon Ball Fan Podcast. We love Vegeta. We love everyone, but there's a soft spot in our hearts because here's the thing. Except for, oh my God, Ribrianne, dig a hole 6 feet down. You hear me right now?
Go in the back of the
Just
car.
do it. The whole Gohan hype came to be because an underrated kid came out and topped Cell. And then immediately, in jarring fashion, in Dragon Ball Z Buu Saga, we get the biggest build-up to absolutely nothing that the show has ever seen. And from that point on, he just says, screw it, I got algebra homework, okay? For like 27 years, unfortunately, for people who like love Gohan, like he's just been a
B.
He's been a B like
tier.
Yeah.
I don't even think he's been a B tier at this point.
No, yeah. He's just like the way he showed up to Resurrection F was so sick, so disappointing.
Oh no.
Like the tracksuit.
That
tracksuit alone, guys.
It's so bad.
Oh my God. At least make the tracksuit orange. Like, I don't even care. Like, what is this lime green Adidas, like, clearance section shit that Gohan had on? That's one of mine is Gohan.
Bro, give him, like, remember when Gohan used to have, like, that green, was it green or, like, with that hat when he was, like, very, very young? Bro, put him in that at that point.
That'd be sick. That'd be sick. Okay, so that's Gohan. I want to know, who's your third and final?
It's Golden Frieza.
Oh.
I think Golden Frieza is the most overrated character we have seen yet in Dragon Ball.
No.
In terms of power, and I'll explain why. In Resurrection of F, he gets introduced, right?
Yeah,
and you have people like Gohan used as a hype tool getting destroyed by base Frieza. When Frieza goes into Golden, we're thinking, okay, he should be on par with Super Saiyan Blue.
Yeah.
Then Goku comes out of nowhere with Super Saiyan Blue and starts mopping the shit out of Golden Frieza. And then it got to a point where Frieza was just like a training dummy, because Vegeta goes up there and it's just like trying to punch Goku. He's like, yo, it's my turn. Like, let me beat his ass a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is my training. Like,
yeah, let me get in here. Yeah.
Then Vegeta goes, slaps him up too. And it's like, okay, so we're supposed to be hyped about this Golden Frieza of some sort. He has not shown anything. The worst part about Resurrection of F is that Vegeta wasn't the one to beat Frieza, because he destroys the Earth. Whis has to rewind like 3 minutes or something, and then Goku like Kamehamehas him.
Yeah, he had to do it, and Vegeta was like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. But he won. Like, let's be honest. We all know Vegeta beat. Like, he beat him. That's what we all know.
Here is what I have. Golden Frieza has got, and not lost, I'm talking got battered, okay?
Okay.
By Dispo, right? Gohan is the one who beat Dispo. Gets battered by Vegeta. Gets battered by Goku. Gets battered by Jiren. Gets battered by Toppo. Where did Golden Frieza get a win? Tell me. Frost? Are we for real right now? Frost.
And he like played Frost. Had nothing to really do with the form.
Golden Frieza transformation is overrated. It is.
Yeah.
It's not even that strong. It's supposed to be comparable to Super Saiyan Blue, but it really isn't.
It's just flashy in gold. It's literally all it is.
Don't get me wrong. It's definitely, like, I would say it's stronger than Super Saiyan God.
Yeah,
Would I say
that's
stronger
true.
than Super Saiyan Blue? No, it's not.
No, it's not. Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
he never did anything significant until the end where he was in base form.
Base form.
Where they just referenced it like Super Saiyan Goku and base, or like the final form Frieza, like, you know, they beat Jiren because of like the whole Frieza saga thing, which was cool, don't get me wrong.
But that could have been 17 easily as well. Like they could have
17,
swapped the roles and at least 17 would have had still full power.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Golden Frieza is overrated.
That's a really good point, man.
Extremely.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, it's funny because if we were to have this conversation as our first episode as an example, we might have actually taken Frieza out of the competition. You eliminate him as a threat down the line. You don't have to worry about promising him to come back to life. And you just add in somebody else. My last one is Cell Max. Dude, like, my goodness. Great movie. Fantastic movie. How overhyped was Cell Max from the beginning? It's like, well, I have the Cell Max guy, and he's actually better. And it's like, oh my God, Cell, we're going to get Cell back. It's going to be so interesting. The best part of Cell was his wit. That's what made Cell cool. That's what made him who he was.
His dialogue was fantastic.
100%. And the fact that you bio Broly'd him, there were interesting like design choices that made him like that were striking, and it was cool. And I appreciate it from a visual experience, but I don't like, he was so unnecessary.
I like the Gammas a lot more. I think
the Gammas were cool, and like they were the cool feat that they had to come up on. And but with him, you know, we talked about this before as well, but I really do feel like Cell Max just was there to provide the opportunity for Gohan and Piccolo to push themselves to transform to become, you know, on par. And so you know, it was fan service, and I didn't feel like I got like a Cell payoff, but we did get that Gohan and Piccolo payoff, and it felt really satisfying, and we liked the new characters that were introduced to the world. So like, it was a good movie, but that character sucks.
I like that you mentioned the Bio Broly thing, which by the way is my favorite movie. The best movie ever.
My God.
Bio Broly.
Yo, let's get some Trunks, Goten, and Krillin Kamehameha. Let's go.
Let's go. Stay tuned for our ranking of movies eventually.
Yes. It won't be on the list.
It won't be on the list.
We won't even include it.
I like the Bio Broly comparison because I think that's kind of what it is, right? It's Bio Broly was more like some like what was he, like a slime thing?
Yeah, it was like he kind of got out early, so he had like, he wasn't fully formed. His head was slimy.
Yeah. Terrible. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Why do they do that? Even like, we'll get onto it in a future episode. Stay tuned for that though. By the way. So you mean more of the character? You don't mean the power scaling, because Cell Max is strong.
Oh, I'm not saying no. And like, again, that's like a similar approach to how you took it. Of like, it's not really as much about the power. It's about like the purpose they served in the movie versus how much they were hyped leading up to it.
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel like there was almost any payoff.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't even like the colors they chose for him. Like, just at least make them the normal green, and like the red was cool, but then the lime green, like, what is this, a bad Mountain Dew flavor?
Orange thing?
Yeah. What the heck is this?
Yeah.
I could definitely see that being a Mountain Dew flavor. Cell Max.
Cell Max, you break that and you get like big form.
You just get massive.
Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy. Yeah. Hey, I mean, we should create our own Cell Max supplements.
Listen, guys.
Take 3 of these a day, and
Mountain Dew.
You're gonna be Vegeta and Bulma.
Vegeta Bulma.
At 2 a.m. at night.
Listen, you wanna live the lifestyle. You gotta buy some Mountain Dew Cell Max, everybody. That's why I'm just saying that.
We should do something like that.
We should do something like that.
Well, we're gonna Mountain Dew, but like Sky Kaiser, Cell Max.
100%. Yeah. I'm sure it would fly off the shelves.
Boost your libido.
Yeah.
With Cell Max, Kaiser, and Josh.
Yeah. You know what? We'd go back the next month. We'd be like, oh, they're all off the shelf. You need more? Like, oh no, we put it back in the box. Just no one was buying it.
No one's buying it.
No one's buying it. Take this, please.
Yeah, exactly.
I just had like a little like throw in. I was just gonna say Captain Ginyu. It is so overhyped as well.
I liked him in Namek.
What do you mean? Okay, at no point is Ginyu ever good. I'm sorry. I also don't like cheaters.
What do you mean by good?
No, not like a good person. He's always a piece of shit, and he deserves to be a frog for the rest of his life. I wish they would put him back. but like his whole thing is cheating. His whole form is based on switching a body, and then he can't even do that right. And then he still gets his ass whooped, and then he gets turned into a frog. The idiot switches into a frog, right? He's the captain of the Ginyu Force, this thing that was built up so much at that point, and he's the captain, and he looks so weird and whatever. And then he switches whatever frog, and then they bring him back in Resurrection F, and 99% of him in Resurrection F is talking shit, and the other 1% is him getting his ass whooped. That is Ginyu. Why did we even need him? You didn't even need to be there. Anyways.
He's great in Namek Saga.
No, he sucks. He's terrible.
Him versus Goku is actually hilarious.
He's in the back of the truck as well, trust me. He's in the back of the truck.
You do. So who's your favorite Ginyu?
Oh, the red one with the white hair. The Aussie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jace, right?
Yes.
Jace.
Yo, he's my guy.
I liked Raccoon. Raccoon was hilarious.
Bro, Raccoon reminded me of Nappa in all the ways that I hated. I don't know why.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know why.
He does. And he's stronger than Nappa too.
He is significantly. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show though. That was a good show. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's a good show.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think we're all on the same page. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But Ginyu has the best pose, where he's like bends down and he puts his hands under
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Best pose.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I hate all the poses. I don't like the poses. Look,
poses are great.
I don't mind. Look, the fusion, I actually think is cool. A lot of people, Piccolo included, thinks it looks kind of funky. I think it looks cool. I think Piccolo needs to get a bit more woke.
For someone like Piccolo, all he's got to do is suck up another Namek.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's so easy for this guy.
It's easier for him. He doesn't have to do some dance.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're a Namekian, you're kind of strong. I'm gonna suck you up. Get stronger.
Yeah,
oh,
just
you're another one. Yeah.
just suck him up.
Suck him up, man.
Suck him up. 100%. I mean, here's the thing. We don't need Dende anymore. I say, Piccolo, let's give him more purpose. Suck up Dende. This sounds so bad, but you suck up Dende, right? You get Dende alone in a room. No, but so.
Yeah. Let's get.
This is bad. Yeah.
Dende in the room.
Get Dende in the room.
Actually, best thing to do is put him in a hyperbolic time chamber for right. Put him in there. Take him out. I've gotten stronger.
Yeah.
All right, sure. Suck him up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't even know what a stronger Dende looks like. I just imagine that he'd come out a year later and be like, the Dragon Balls can be pink now. And it's like, what the hell? Like, he's just like a visual modder.
Omega Shenron is now canon.
Yeah.
It pops out of the...
Exactly. Do you have any other throw-ins that you want to throw in there?
I guess we could say Goku, right?
No, we can't say Goku because Goku is the one who gets hyped. I know you're kidding. I know you're playing.
Yeah, Goku's cool. Goku is safe for now. He will not get bashed yet.
There is a Discord channel, so if you disagree with tons of our shit, you just got to hop on in there. Yeah. All right. What can they expect hopping into our Discord?
All right. Listen, I know we're gonna get some viewers that are gonna be like, "This dude did not just say Golden Frieza. This dude did not just say Future Trunks." Let's talk about it. That's what this is for.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. That'd be great. Get in the Discord. We have some ranks and roles. That the more you talk in the Discord, the more you climb up the tiers. And we have a lot of tiers right now, and a lot of ranks to grind. If you're an artist or you like posting art, we also have a channel like that as well. For future, we also have manga discussions channels, and we'll be doing, hopefully, we don't know what the schedule is going to look like yet, but maybe bi-weekly or monthly we'll do like these events where or actually probably monthly, right? Because the manga chapters come monthly anyway, so that'd be cool, where we discuss the manga with the Discord.
That'd be great.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I do got to catch up. That is content that will also be on the way soon.
And you can disagree with me all you want on Golden Frieza being overrated. That'd be great. Honestly, great. I love when people disagree with what I have to say, just because to me, agreeing doesn't create as much conversation, right? So if someone disagrees, you kind of go back and forth, obviously in a civil manner, but you go back and forth and clap back at each other, like, yo, how are you saying Golden Frieza this and that, whatever. It creates great discussions and stuff, and that's what the Discord's all about, right? It's getting the community together and What do you agree? What do you disagree with? What do you want us to talk about? We also have a news channel. If there's news that we have not discussed yet, post that there as well.
Please.
And yeah.
Yes, jump on there, level up, get in there and be part of the conversation. Be part of shaping up this community and the channel and the content we produce. Thank you so much for tuning in. Josh, you got any final words for the folks over here?
Not much. Just remember, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us, or no, don't follow us, but join the Discord. And on Spotify as well. You can follow there.
Yes.
And you could, I believe there is a way to get notifications on our next video, but regardless, we'll have, once these episodes are coming out, we will have we'll put on the community page on YouTube. We'll also put on our Twitter and on Instagram our schedule for how we'll be posting for audio and visually as well. So stay tuned for that. And that's all I have to say basically.
We're gonna iron out those details. We're gonna get a cohesive schedule going. You guys will see that, like Josh said. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate anyone who's already started this journey with us, and for anyone who comes back and sees this. And we're excited for the next episode, whatever it is, and we'll see you in the next one.